we're our second podcast from S.O.S. Podcast. Me and my boy from 50 years been doing this now. It's our second show, but we knew each other for 50 plus years, and we're excited to get this thing going. It's something that we talked about, and we're ready to roll with it now. The first show we kind of talked about like all the our intro to like where we're from and all that stuff like that. But now we're ready to talk about some actual topics and make this thing fun now. So what's going on, my brother?
So we got a couple shout outs you want to do, right?
Yeah, so we're going to start out real quick with shout outs. And it's from people that we're close with in our town. So we're going to give shout outs. Like I said, if there's something or somebody you guys want us to talk about, let us know. We want to help the small people out. So because look, we're small people our damn self. So and that is Gloucester City, where we're from. The Bank Bar in Gloucester City, located on King Street. Holy City Public House. It's an Irish town, so it's a good place to go suck some down and get some wings as well. And that's located on Jersey Avenue. Mainline Construction. I sell roofs and siding, so why not give them a shout out to help myself as well. Also, Zowie ShopRite. They own like 12 stores here in Jersey and Pennsylvania, and they help me out as far as me selling my product. So I want to help them out as well, getting more customers in there. MC Farms. MC Farms is somebody I sell for around here. I got a little LLC company that I do that I sell for, and I try to get the products. And we're in ShopRite, so ShopRite buys them, and it's apple ciders and apples and all kind of produce. So it's just something I want to give them a shout out for. So how you been, my brother? You all right?
I'm doing all right. Thankful that we're finally at this point because it's been a long couple of months trying to get this thing rolling. I know I got to give a shout out to you, my friend.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready. My ass is puckering over this. I can't wait. Go ahead.
We kind of started this, Dalton and I riding here about how you tease your brother about forgetfulness.
Go ahead.
Let me just point out the fact, Herms.
Because
Yesterday at 8:34 in the morning, I texted you and said, Herms, make sure your laptop is charged. You responded back, gotcha. 8:38 this morning, hey, do I need my laptop? Herms, I think you should stop teasing your brother. I really do. Okay. I think you may be worse.
I probably am. But listen, don't forget about it. I got 9 kids in my house, man. They drive me freaking crazy. And let me tell you something. 8 of them are girls. So what the hell you think I go through? You don't have that. No. You just got the boys that are nuts themselves. But that's what I'm saying?
But here's my thing. Why is poor Joey taking the brunt? And for example, I asked our host here, Taco, if I could use his restroom.
Yeah.
So the back door was locked, and you went around to open the front door to let me in the back door. The thing is, you went to the neighbor's house. That's what I'm talking about. We might need to get you help, kid.
Time out. So don't forget, we're in the country. When they say, yo, the store's up the street, and you need to go get milk up the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time
out. So you know what I started to do when my first day here? I started to walk there. And guess what? Did you ever see Chevy Chase in Vacation movie?
Yeah.
Remember when he went through the desert, they broke down? Hey, kids, you need some water? You want a drink? That was me, dude. I got about 3 miles up the road, and they said, oh, you got about 7 more to go. The time I come back with milk, I mean, come on, dude. Thing's already curdled.
I get it.
I ain't doing it.
Just like you told me when you gave us Taco's address. You said, yeah, he's right around the corner. So driving here, I come to realize that around the corner was like 5, 6 cities over there.
Well, listen, I'm starting to get accustomed to the country stuff now. So when they say around the corner, all right, so it's like 4 or 5 miles from me. That's around the corner.
Listen,
actually, that's on the same block around here.
I get it, because years ago when my brother-in-law moved over to Mickleton, built his house, we would go to a local establishment right in Mantua.
Okay.
To watch Monday Night Football. So I drove one night, and obviously he knows all the back roads. So he says, listen, we're going to take the back road, bring us out right across the street from him. I said, all right, cool. So we're going down these dark country roads, and he says, up here at the light, make a left. I'm from Gloucester. The light means red, yellow, green. I'm doing about 60. He says, turn. I said, you said it, the light. He says, what the hell is that up there? It was a street light.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, and you're lucky to have
You
a
said
street.
light.
And time out. You're lucky to have a street light around here.
Oh my God.
The only street light you got's on your phone.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I believe it.
That's
I
it.
believe it.
So
when you said Taco lived out in the
hold on,
country, I didn't know it was another country. Jesus.
So hold on. So these people, we're from the city, and I moved out here in the country in East Bumfuck. So you know, I mean, I seen some stuff out here. So I want to talk about just what happened last night.
Here or over your spot?
Oh no, I'm coming right down this road. Johnny broke down. My son Johnny broke down in Philly, so I had to go pick him up in Glassboro. And there's no easy way to get there.
Wait.
You got to make a left at the corner.
He broke down in Philly, but you picked him up in Glassboro. Seriously, we got to go to the doctor.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, yeah, because they never made tow trucks. They never made tow trucks. I don't know where he's from. Maybe Freddie Flintstone days. I don't know. But listen. So anyway, they towed. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get specific.
You hooked the chain up to the tank if you were towing something back in the day.
Come on, let me get to this point. It's fucking crazy. All right, so listen. So my brother, my brother now, we're going with my brother.
Poor Joey.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. The poor kid, he's still getting blamed for Johnny stuff now. So anyway, Johnny got towed from Philly to Glassboro. There's no easy way to get there.
Right.
You got to make a left at the second Kale and then the third corn row, and it's all kind of stuff.
That's the Rooster Crows. So
anyway, I'm driving down this road, and it's dark. You can't even see your hand in front of your face, and I'm hot. So I roll down the window on the passenger side, and I hear this thud. I hear, boom. I'm like, oh. I hit a rock, I'm just thinking I hit a rock. And then I hear near my ear. No, near my ear. A flat near my ear. No.
I don't know.
It was a fucking bat came in.
What?
A bat came in. I didn't see him. And dummy me, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going through the stations. He hit my window and fell somewhere around here. And he's like flapping. And he's trying to get out right here. To me, like a little bitch, I stop in the middle of the road right up here. Stop up. I hop out and I start running down the road like the thing don't have wings that can't chase me.
Wait. You got out of your truck?
Oh, yeah. I left the truck right in the middle of the road. I didn't care. Who's going to hit me? There's nobody out here. Who's going to hit me? A friggin'
an Amish guy coming by.
I'm sorry. In local news, man gets hit by a tractor going 15 miles an hour. No, I think he could have got out of the way. But this fucking thing was by my ear flapping. I fucking got out and they start running down the road. And I'm screaming like a little bitch. Like, ah! I'm running. And then now I see a car coming, so I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go back and I gotta get out of the street.
The bat was at the wheel.
So I get out, and this thing, he was sitting on my seat, and then I'm like, I didn't know to get in there or not. So then he gets up and he flies out the window, and I go again. But this is the kind of shit that doesn't happen in the city. I just wanted to know that. No.
Well, although we do have spiders that's on his porch that big in Gloucester, trust me.
All right. Well, okay, hold on. Let's go back to the country thing. So
we could be in Australia.
Yes. So when I moved out here from the city,
a couple towns over,
I didn't realize a couple things. They had bees that had night vision.
Yeah.
You think I'm lying?
When you moved in, didn't you get chased by a bee? It was the size of a bat.
Time out. This thing could have had like a little pony fucking saddle put on them. This thing is big.
Yeah.
They come with pilot's license. Get serious. So this bee. If I wish my kids were here, because I always tell them stop turning on the lights because it's attracted to lights. And what's by your front door? A light. Oh. They turn the light on. They're like, Dad, this didn't chase me in there. No, it's in the house. Well, guess what? Why is it in the house? You turn the fucking light on. So that's one thing. These bees are no lie. This big, I don't know what the hell they call them, cicada killers. To me, they get a stinger. I read about them. If they sting you, you can go into convulsions. I don't know. So that's one thing.
Go into convulsions.
Yeah, in local news, man gets pumped on because he got hit with a bee, a cicada killer.
Oh my God.
So that's one thing. The other thing, the next day. So
Bigfoot.
I'm not getting there yet. I'm going to get to the Bigfoot story.
All right.
So now I'm all happy. I'm in my new house. I got land. I'm like, oh boy, look at me. I'm a little frontier guy, right? So I got to go in for overtime, 3:00 in the morning. I don't turn on the lights because I don't want the bees coming out. Okay, there's me. I got my Canon on the side because I work in outside program and I work not law enforcement. I was a jail guard, so I was outside, and as soon as I get outside, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell was by that apple tray? I see a silhouette, and I'm like,
Skinwalker.
oh, that's it. That's what I thought it was because it didn't look like a person. I'm like, all I could see is a black thing. And it's like real tall. So I pull out my Canon. I can say it now because I'm retired. I can do that now. I pull out my Canon. I'm ready. Boy, I'm ready to shoot this thing. And this thing hops down and looks at me. It's a deer.
A deer?
He's hopping up my apple tree and just eating an apple.
Oh,
in the meantime, I get 2 apples in my pants.
So you have bees that
yeah,
have
I had the brown apples.
You got bees with their own pilot license and apparently deer with your own pilot license.
Yeah.
Did you move into a nuclear dump?
Salm's right up the street.
Yeah, and tacos right around the corner. I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you. So this is the kind of stuff you see around here.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I agree with you.
But
listen, I've seen big, and this God's honest truth. I know I don't. I'll swear and I'll stand by it. I was hunting in trees, standing in the big woods down in Acco off 206. And me and my buddy Frank used to get in our deer stands usually 2 hours before light because we wanted to make our way in, any noise, give everything time to settle down. And just as the light just started coming up, got like that hazy look, right? I know it was Bigfoot that walked about 50 yards out in front of me. I know it was. Ain't nobody going to tell me different. However, I say that to say this. We were at your house a couple years back, and we took a picture, a selfie, right? Ain't that what they call them?
Yes.
Took a selfie, and what did I notice the next morning?
Yeah, so to chime in on the story, so me and Dobes haven't seen a while. We haven't seen each other in a while, so we got together. It was me, him, your cousin Boyer, and Dave Johnson, one of our friends for 50 years as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're at my house, and me and him decided to take a picture of ourselves.
Let me jump in and clarify.
Go ahead.
His backyard, he's got his deck, and then around that is a little like country style fence, farm fence type deal for the dogs so they don't run all over God's creation. Then he's probably got about 30, 40 good yards to the wood line. No trees in sight until the wood line. Please continue.
So the next day, this is the next day now. I said, Dobes, look, he sent me one picture. It didn't have the eyes in there.
Right.
When I say eyes, just remember that. So the one picture he sent me, I said, yo, send me that picture again. I think I lost it. So I don't know what happened to it. Send me that picture. So he sends me the picture, and then he goes, hey, Herms, that's a great picture and all. Look in the background. I look in the background, and like Dobes is 6 foot tall. I'm 5'11". This thing has a pair of eyes in the woods, and there's nothing behind me. Taller than us. It's about maybe 7 foot.
Oh, 7, 8 foot.
So Dobes, when where were you when you saw Bigfoot?
Acco. Well, Wharton.
Well, he must have had a hell of a set of track sneakers on because he made his way all the way to my house.
And people saying, "Oh, it was an owl sitting on the tree branch."
No.
You can literally tell the thing's right behind.
Listen, I'm going to tell you
right now. Like I said earlier, no trees for 40 yards.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right
Bigfoot.
Now. Yeah, there's no owl that has eyes like a human. No, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Big. So Bigfoot exists. Moral of that story is be afraid.
Yes,
Bigfoot's out there. I'm telling you right now.
He really is, and I thought it was bullshit, but it's not.
No,
so
he's there. So there was something we were talking about before we sat down, or maybe it was right after we sat down. You said you're going to get to besides the Bigfoot story. I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah. So I was just going to talk about, and it's kind of stupid, but I was thinking about my first car. So.
This your car, not your dad's?
No, it didn't. Well, the first car was my dad's car.
Right.
So it was a '62 Chrysler Newport.
Short?
And the thing came with directions. The thing came with directions.
Was this the push button?
It had push button transmission. You know, we all have the column shifter or the one down here. This one here, you got to put your foot on the brake. You got to pull a lever, and then you got to push a button.
Right.
And if you push the wrong button, you're going through some kind of glass door or something. Yeah. So I don't know what you're doing. So anyway,
proceed.
I got my license and I was so excited. The first day I picked up Harry Bartley. pick up Harry Bartley. So I pick him up for baseball practice. I'm like, yo, Harry, check out this car.
He didn't want to get a sneak
So this car, so the cars back then, they're so long.
Yeah,
so he's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
he goes, for one, you're going to jackknife this thing. For two, he goes, this thing can sleep 6 comfortable. He said to me.
You don't know
And
that.
it was so big. So anyway, we're all excited, and Harry goes, hey, listen, man, let's go home, and then let's go pick up these girls. I got these girls for a date tonight. I'm like, all right, you sure you want to pick them up in this? He's like, hey, it's better than what I have. I got a bicycle. I said, okay.
Yeah, moped.
Yeah. So anyway, we pick up. I didn't even get out of the parking lot yet, so I make a U-turn in Glosside's parking lot, and I can't judge the front of this car. I didn't know the bumper sticks out this far. I was just looking at the front of the metal, and then they got a bumper that sticks out this far. I knock a brick out of the corner, and Harry goes, "That's all right, Herms. I'll put it back in." And he put it back in, and then we leave.
Out of the corner of what?
At the corner of the school. Yeah. So I don't know if it's still loose. It might be still loose.
I wasn't with him, Sean Gorman.
Yeah.
Was not me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Kim Chody. I'm sorry. No, but anyway, so that night we pick up me and Harry pick up Billy Eller, and then we pick up these 2 girls, and they said, "Listen, let's go over to Front Street, man, and we'll watch the races." So they had these street races down there, and I said, "All right, okay, we'll go over." So we get our beer like we normally do. Sorry, I don't condone this, but we did drink and drive back then, and I don't condone it. I just want you to know.
You Dunkin' Donut. I thought.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So anyway, we're driving over to Philly. We get over there. I pull up to the first light, and some guy goes and this nice car pulls next to me, and this guy goes, "I guess," to me, and I went, "What's up, dude? How you doing?" He goes, I said, whoa, time out. Billy Eller goes, "They want you to race," and I'm like, "In this thing?" This thing's like, I don't know, it's about 17 foot long. So anyway,
7,000 pounds.
it was. So anyway, I'm like, and all the girls now I can't say no in front of the girls. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be a pussy if I don't do this. So I said, all right, let's fucking race. You want me, kid? Let's get it. So anyway, she says, "You want to go? You want this thing? You don't know what I got under here." I'm like, there's probably 2 squirrels on a fucking conveyor belt. I don't fucking know what the hell's in this thing. So anyway, the guy goes, "Yeah, let's get it, dude." So this dude blows me off the line. And I got this thing all the way down as far as I can go. I pass him like he's standing still halfway through the race. Bad thing.
Blew it up.
He slowed down. He slowed down on purpose to make a left-hand turn because the cops were waiting at the end. Yeah. So I didn't notice, but the Philadelphia cops brought out the streets so that you don't race. Well, here's me. I'm racing. Now, being a new driver, don't know what to do. I slam on the brakes. Oh, I'm like this with my beer. all the way around. And then all of a sudden, I go up a curb, and I knock down a stop sign. Knock down the stop sign to flatten that thing.
So you're 2
with the tank.
You could get named.
And there's 2. Oh, okay, all right. I know I can't. But listen, there's 2 cars like this across the street. I hit the curb. I go up like this, and I come back down, and the cop goes. I went like I said, "What's that, sir?" I'm acting all prim and proper. I know I smell like alcohol. He's like, "Yes." He's like, "Yeah, I need your license registration. I'm going to get you for racing." I said, "Cuz, you see my car? I ain't racing that. It's my grandpa's. It's me here. It's my dad's." I said, I ain't going to race it. Are you serious? You didn't see that car? You didn't see that Camaro cut me off?" He goes, "Do me a favor, cuz." He goes, "Get out of Philadelphia. Don't ever fucking come here again." He goes, "That's the best story I ever heard. Get out now." That's what he said to me. He goes, "Get out." I said, "Okay." So what's Billy Eller do? Grabs the stop signs, puts it in the back of my car. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And became.
I don't know if it was him or Harry, but one of them.
And went on to be a cop protecting our city for 30 years.
And the girls thought we were like, they thought it was so cool, but listen. Yeah, how cool can you be in a 62 Chrysler Newport? You can't be that cool. I'm sorry.
Shorts. I said you can't take tank because all of our cars were huge.
Oh,
we had the tank one, my old man.
Yes.
That engine blew. 450, whatever that meant.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had the tank too, which was just meant it was like 5 years newer and had a better paint job. But if you recall, in both of them, they had the third seating in the back with the rumble seat. We used to dump the ice down there, remember, and get 1 or 2 beer balls, depending on how many, and drive around town. And it would hang over the back seat, and it would be me, you, Squares, Jolly Claire, Tommy Nonamaker,
right.
all driving around town with an ice down bucket seat. Rumble seat is what they call them. Filled with ice and beer.
Do you remember?
But I didn't drink. If I was driving, I didn't drink. I promise you.
So do you remember? You remember Stevie's car? His
Which
dad's
one?
car.
That
The
green
one where they
was
had
it a
the
green.
We called it the Trar.
Oh, the Trar.
The Trar. It was
Yeah, remember
half truck
Mountie
and half
from that
car.
night?
He pulls us up. He goes, "Check out this thing." It
Half
has
truck, half car.
So it was basically like an El Camino,
Yeah.
but it had a wooden back on it
Yeah.
that he built. That somebody built.
They built a shed because they didn't have a backyard, so they built a shed on the back of the car.
Yes, and it was a movable shed.
Yes.
So anyway, so he picks us all up.
Kudos, Pop Cogs.
Yes, he picks us all up. Stevie picks us all up, and we're
Is this the Mountie from night?
no,
Or this whole
no,
other
no,
story?
no. I ain't going
Yeah,
there.
that's a tough one.
So we're driving anyway. We're driving in this Trar. I'm like, man, I gotta go home. I ain't feeling good. And then somebody else is like, no, I ain't feeling good either.
What
And
were
then
you-
somebody else is saying, I don't feel good either.
what were you getting poisoned?
No, yeah, we were getting poisoned. So we didn't know it had an exhaust leak and there was a hole in the floor, and it didn't even have a muffler on it.
Oh
And
my
and
God.
all the and we're just like this, yeah, good times, baby, yeah, right. And then all of a sudden I'm like,
In other news, local boys
yeah,
died.
this isn't good. Who are you, Mom? Is that you? Like, I can't even like.
Yo, and Coach was
I ain't
proud
gonna
of
lie,
that
I was
car.
fucked up. I was high.
Coach was proud of that car too.
Yeah, was he? Huh? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only car where you
Listen,
know,
like
you can
your
drive with your head out the window.
like your brother though, picking on him.
Dad.
You can't pick on Coach's car.
No, I can't. And I know I can't.
Let's talk about that time. It had to be 4 foot of snow on the ground, windy. Of course, it was windy walking to school and coming home. But we had basketball practice. I'm walking down the street and I hear that. Wah, wah. Hey, here comes Mr. Herman. You lean out, get in. Like, okay, me,
That was
you,
the push button car, by the way.
me, you, Scotty, maybe Sammy.
Yeah, we all used to walk together.
Tommy,
Hours,
probably Tommy
hours,
Nines.
hours.
Yeah.
Yep, all of us.
So I get in, but I'm looking at the car, thinking, oh, Mr. Herman's got a new car. And when I said that to you, and said, nah, same car. He had a couple gallons left of house paint
Oh yeah.
and took a roller and rolled it on the car.
Yes. So he
So
painted.
how are you teasing Kogel? You
I'm not-
painted the
What?
car with house paint.
I'm only teasing Kogel because I ain't the one who painted the car. My dad did it.
But you drove it with pride.
Yes, I did. But I'll tell you what, my dad was crazy. You know, he did some crazy shit.
Yeah,
He
he
came home with a new car. We called him We used to call him used car salesman. And that's what he did. He used to come home with a new car every day. I don't know how he
That
did it.
man was original. He was, and I'll tell you what, you laughed for endless hours as long as you were around.
You know what though? Some of these things you can't do today with the young kids.
No.
You kids can't do what we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
You can't do
Like
it.
drink with your kids and they're only 10, but
No.
that's a whole
And
nother
and
story.
listen, I remember back then you can actually yeah, right. You can pick up your kid and drive with a beer in your hand as long as you kept it down.
Yeah,
If it was in plain view is the only time they pulled you over.
that's right.
So that's why even though
Driving
we weren't
the back of pickup trucks.
even though we weren't allowed to drink and drive, we kept it down so we
Yeah.
weren't plain view. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing, officer? Nice day. Have a donut.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
the
mean?
truth. And if you were getting rowdy and doing stupid stuff like that, like I think
Then you asked for it.
I think on our first show, I think we talked about driving around town one night and slamming empty beer bottles, listening to Twisted Sister, right?
Yes.
And the
Twisted
a couple of the older cops in town who we came
we were
up with.
twisted our damn self.
Oh yeah. And they pulled us over, made us put all our beer into the back of their trunk. So somehow we found money and went and got more beer and went down Water Street, back towards the desert, or kids call it something else nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know what they call
What's it called? Ghost Town.
it. Ghost town.
And there were the same 2 cop cars sitting there drinking our beer. So, so that's all they wanted. They didn't really care if we were throwing beer bottles. They were thirsty.
Did I tell you my ghost town story?
Where's this at? Ghost town I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Well, it was all back there on Water Street. So this girl goes, yeah, she goes, listen, we're all going up on Tyndale Roof. It's a place where you used to climb up the side of the roof, right? First of all, the ladder was about 15 foot tall, but we used to carry a ladder to get up to that ladder. Yeah. And then you used to go up on that ladder and then used to drink up there.
Yeah, they're the nights I stayed.
So this girl that I'm dating at the time, she's like, she was cute. And she's asking me, she's like,
do I know her?
Yes. Okay. I can't mention the name. I'll tell you after the show. All right. So listen, on top of the roof, which is about, 40 feet high,
yeah, good.
There's a water tower. And that's about another 100 feet. Yeah. So this girl goes, hey, listen, we're all going up to the water tower. If you go up there with me, I'll give you a kiss. I'm like, what? Let's go. So they all go first, and I'm the last one. I start climbing up. I get halfway, boy. I look down. I froze. And then halfway up.
That's why I wouldn't.
I'm thinking to myself,
on the ground looking up.
This thing ain't really worth this kiss. I ain't worth it. I mean, come on. I ain't going to be around if I. There's no way. I ain't going to survive this thing. So the girl's like yelling. She's like up there, and I'm like, don't talk, man. I feel like your vibration's going to knock me off this ladder. So anyway, all of a sudden, I hear them yell, cops. I'm like, what? They all come down. They're stepping over top of me. I'm still holding on to the ladder like this. It was pretty cool and all. They all got down and they ran. They got away. I'm stuck on the roof. The cops are there waiting for me. And a fire engine. That's the first time I ever saw how high a fire ladder goes.
You had to come down off that?
Listen. I would say I was a real big pussy, but I'm going to say I wasn't, because I actually, as soon as the ladder started going out, I said, nah, I can't be that big of a pussy. Calm down. So
you're a better man than me.
Because I really thought somebody was going to video it and get me on the news.
Well, we didn't have phones.
And local news, look at this man. He's stuck on a ladder and then he's rescued. And then look at the bottom when he gets down. His dad beats the shit out of him, because that's what happened.
Right. Back then, Darrow would have had a camera 3 sizes too big. We didn't have cell phones.
That's right. He would have been like that.
Yeah, so there was nobody videoing you. You didn't have cop cams and all that other stuff.
No, but anyway, that's some of the crazy shit you do as a kid, though. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So I don't know whether to get a little serious here and talk about politics. You know, I don't like talking about politics.
I'm cool with it. I don't care.
But
go ahead.
What's your thoughts on this whole thing? Now, me, I'm an independent. I try to choose the person who I know is going to do good for the country.
Okay, listen.
But when you look at something, it's black and white, and it's factual.
Okay. I'm with you on
People can't be that dumb.
No.
Before you make your point, let me tell you this the other day. I seen one of them memes or whatever. So I put it on Lisa and I's post. So I had a kid. We graduated. He lives somewhere now. He doesn't even live in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And another person that's near and dear.
Okay.
And they both, the one kid we graduated with makes a comment concerning the post talking about Miss Kamala. She can't do this as vice president. You know that she doesn't write policy. She doesn't do this. And no part of my post did it say anything that she did. I really wasn't following him. So I just hit him with a smiley face. The next day, you get them alerts about the post. Here's this other guy we both know saying something about these people need to check their facts first. I agree with you. Saying the kid's first name. I was like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with
whatever happened? Here's my thing. Whatever happened to common thinking? Just common thinking. Well, take everything else away. Just think about what is actually right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on. I'm sorry, bro.
I'll put it out there. I think Trump is a total idiot, personally.
Me too.
He talks too much. He's too arrogant. He says, but let me tell you something. When he ran our country, that man had people in other countries toeing the line. Didn't have all this war and stuff.
He did.
She just made a statement that currently and during our administration, we don't have any of our soldiers in any hot spots, in any war countries, in any this and any that. I think she said it during the debate.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen a video that our United States soldiers over in Afghanistan or Iran or wherever they're at on the line are video in the debate, and the camera pans, and the one soldier looks, he goes, "Where the hell am I standing if we're not in any war zones?" But they believe it.
Yeah.
And the people who, just because they don't like Trump, will believe this person and put her in office.
So you got her actually saying that she wants to defund police. She wants
Yeah.
to get her way. She wants to
Yep.
to let people come through that border. Okay.
Has.
And then hold on her. Then hold on her campaign commercials. They have her shaking hands with the border cops and all this stuff. Come on, ask. Let me go interview a border cop.
And then
let
same
me
ones that walked with her,
Yes.
them same ones were interviewed and said she has no idea what's going on. The same ones who she walked with.
Listen, the shame of the matter is, I mean, and you'll agree with me. I mean, like, I agree with you. Trump says things that's kind of off the grid, and I understand that. But if you're asking me who's a better choice, it's Trump.
100%.
But here's I mean, how in the hell can you just let her and him? There's a guy that can't even. He doesn't even know if he's. I would put a mirror up to his nose. Biden.
Oh, Biden. Oh, my God.
And just to see if he's kicking, because I don't know half the time.
Oh, my God.
Okay, that's one thing. And then her, she's just like, goes with the flow with all the other puppets say. So here's my thing. If they're your two of your best choices, this world is in a world of shit.
And quite frankly, there's quite a few people on the Democratic side of the politics, senators or congressmen or whoever, that I like.
Me too.
They're smart.
Me too.
And you don't even hear their names. You know why? Because they can't be controlled.
Yes. Listen, there's people on both sides. I like people on both sides. But when it comes down to, man, it's all about money, man. This whole thing is all about
100%.
money.
And they can't control Donald Trump.
No.
He come in the first time to blow up, right, the power to be for 100 years. And he did. And it scared them to death.
Yeah.
So they turned that into a Article 25 or whatever that shit is, and
look,
all that other stuff, just to try to, get people to say, well, we can't have him. Well, if you want a safe country, if you want borders that are safe, if you want our people to stop dying, if you want to get our troops, right, out of all these areas now that they're back in safely, you can't put her back into the office.
We'll see if you agree with me on this one. So when somebody's scared, they're going to try to go after you any way they can.
100%.
So the very first day, a lot of people don't know this. The first day that Trump was in office, he saved, and you could look it up. You can fact check me. I don't give a shit. Don't matter to me. I don't know how many millions of dollars it was. It might have been billions. His first day, he saved so much money. So he said, I'm one president. Why do I need like 7 or 12 planes? They got U.S. What they call them?
Air Force.
Air Force Ones.
Air Force
He
Two
has
for the
12,
vice president.
He had 12 of them. He has 12 of them. So here's my thing. He said, I don't need that many. So why don't we just take 7 out? And they're like millions of dollars for these planes. So he already saved them money for that. That's the first thing. The second day in office, they started bringing up all the things with that girl that he was supposedly slept with and all that stuff. They tried from the get start. This guy wasn't even in office 48 hours, and they're trying to go after him already.
Yep.
So here's my thing. When you're scared, that's what you're going to do. When you lose power, that's what you're going to do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
and they continued it the whole time he's been out of office, almost 4 years. So You're right. I agree with that. But we can move off that topic because I don't want, in the event we can get some people to follow us and all, I don't want to push them off. But I just, it's just crazy. And I brought it up because our grandkids or great grandkids aren't going to have lives, man,
No,
if it continues.
no.
They really aren't.
But here's another thing. Like, we're open minded. We're open minded. We can actually say
I better be. I showered with you in high school.
exactly. Oh yeah, that's only because we play basketball. I say no other.
Yeah.
reason.
Okay. Wink, wink.
So, so anyway, we're independent.
I'm sorry, P Diddy.
Yeah. Yo, that ain't right. That ain't right. And I'm not P Diddy, you asshole. So anyway, so would you agree with this? So we're independent, meaning like we can say that someone on the other side, if you're saying there is a other side, which I don't think there should be no other sides. We're all one side.
Yeah, it's all American.
Yes, exactly. I like Democrats. I like some of the Democrats you said. I like some of the Republicans. I like independents. But here's the problem. People just don't think that way no more. They just think, hey, you know what? I've been a Democrat all my life. Let me vote that way.
Right.
My parents before them were Democrats.
Exactly.
Let me vote that way.
Exactly.
I was a Democrat. I was a Democrat.
As was I coming out of high school.
And then guess what? I'm sorry. I'm not voting Democrat. I'm not. And I'm on record saying I don't care. That's fine.
100%.
And I'm proud to say it.
100%. I agree with all that. It's just nuts, man. It's nuts. Like you said, and a lot of people, not only is it because their parents, etc., were in this party and they had certain beliefs and they just adopted them, right? They don't like some of the candidates. I don't care who on either side or whatever.
Right.
It has nothing to do with politics and how they can lead our country, our city, our county. They don't like them because they got a big mouth. They say mean things on social media.
That's right.
The personal end. Well, you got to put that personal end aside and consider factual things that this person can do to protect our country in this instance.
I'm glad you said that. Like, you can't say this, you can't say that. So let me ask you a question. So when we would call somebody a name, like just saying, hey, you're an asshole, did you take any offense to it back when you were a kid?
No.
Okay, you let it roll off your shoulder. I'm not knocking the kids today because there's some kids that don't think like that.
Don't even get me started.
There's some kids out there that don't think like that.
It's the same people who don't like Trump because he's mean.
Exactly.
And it's how they bring their kids up. Yes. I didn't even know what the word bully was until my kids were in school. Yes. Because if it was serious between us when we were kids, one or two things happened. One, you laughed knowing he wasn't being serious and it was just joking around, horseplay, right? That's what our parents used to call it. Or you fought. Well, I got a friend I've known just as long as you. I still hang with this day. This young man's father.
Yep.
Every day of the week, summertime, school time, whatever, up until we all graduated, we were together all the time.
Yep.
You know how many times we fought each other? My old man came home and told us to move out of Pig Alley because we were playing wiffle ball. He wanted to park there.
Right.
My boy Charlie said something off the hook. I can't even remember. And my dad was a big Polak, man. He looked at me and said, George, whoop that kid's ass. My dad just told me that. Because I took ass beatings like I was 18 when I was 6. Right from this man. What, I wasn't going to fight? I just looked at Charlie and went. And we fought. Went in for dinner. Charlie went home. We continued playing. Went in for dinner. Came back out. We were good to go.
Yeah, we forgot about it.
Nowadays, you're going to court for this, hid laws, and this and that.
Look, you know what ruined this world, man? This technology.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
People, how many phone numbers you have to remember back when we were kids?
I didn't. I wrote them on the kitchen wall.
Okay, but whatever. But if you're stuck somewhere, you'd be. And if you didn't have a dime in your pocket, it'd make a phone call at a
reverse the
charges.
Phone. Reverse the charges.
Exactly.
Yeah, I knew the important numbers.
Right.
I can tell you my old house number from back then.
But man, it's a different animal today, man. It just is.
100%.
But I'll tell you what, man, it's a crazy world anymore. It really is.
So before we close out this session, what's going on in the Herman world? We really ain't talking. Anything good? Anything bad? I know we got something, a party of the century coming up in a week, brother.
Yes.
That's going to be nuts.
Yes. We got your kids. We got your kids' wedding, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Listen,
I can't either because
and
I'm
guess
hoping
what?
10 months after I'll be a grandpop. I don't know.
Now, see how our show like relates to young kids and old kids and adults of all age. Don't matter. So my thing is this: when we hit that dance floor, remember, Big Papa Herms is going to be dancing all over you, young kids.
I got a good friend at work. She's our HR director, and her and I got close over the years. You know, she's really, really great lady. And Lisa and her have become phone buddies. I call them. They've only met, I think, once.
Okay.
But obviously, her and her husband got invited. And her husband, I guess, due to work or whatever, couldn't make it. So one of our girls in accounting the other day, who's friendly with Dad's great, funny. I call her my pimp daddy. She's just funny, and she said something about, you got a week left or something. I said, yeah. I said, the boy's getting married. She goes, you know I'm going to be there. His dad's his +1.
Oh,
dude, it made me smile. I told her, I said, girl, put that comfy shoes on because we're going to be grooving. And I've been thinking about the last couple of days. Dalton and I on the way here, we're talking about, I told him Kirsten's coming as your +1 now.
That's my +1.
So, yeah, it's going to be off the hook, man. Gloucester's going to turn that farmland out.
Wonder where they're going to be during halftime. Puff, puff, pass.
Yeah, no, halftime.
It might be all the time.
As soon as they walk in,
the whole time.
No, everybody, you know how they walk in, everybody's dancing, this and that, and the bride and groom, that, you know, the official stuff, and then sit down and you eat, right? In between each one of them, there's going to be 3 or 4 of them that disappear together.
I already know.
If not 5 or 6.
I already know.
So I told him out. He's like,
I'll be honest with you. Let's talk about that for a minute. So I have no problem with marijuana. I have no problem with marijuana.
No.
When's the last time you saw a rowdy pothead? I never saw a rowdy pothead.
It's true.
I never. What do they do? Everybody like, dude, yeah, just give me some food, man.
That ain't a bad impression of Dalton.
No, that was actually Taco.
Good thing he ain't out here. He shut us down.
I had to give him a shot.
Listen, I remember the first time I was sleeping. You know me, I go to bed.
Oh, boy, do you. You got more siesta
And
time.
I think Ellen was out. Austin was away at college. And Lisa comes in. You know her. She ain't dramatic at all. Trace, wake up. Don't talk to him. What are we going to do? I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Dalton is high. I was like, is he drunk? No, he smells like a pot factory. She's going off the hook, Herms. You've seen her in action. Listen.
No.
I walk into Dalton's room. Light's already on because she was in there throwing a fit. I walk in Dalton's room and I turn to where his bed was and I look at him. He's just sitting on the bed. I said,
rolling deuces.
I looked at him. I said, well, he didn't know if he, you know, is that going to hang me out the window and punch me in the face? I looked at him. I said, what are you doing?
He don't know. He was so high. He didn't even know if you were going to smack him or not.
You would think. He said, nothing. What do you mean? That famous line. What do you mean? I said, Dog, you're high as a kite. He went, nah, I've been higher than this.
I've been at least 7 feet before.
I said, what?
I was up there with Herms on that tower. That's how high I was.
I told him, I said, Dog. And I believe it was his senior year, maybe his junior year. I don't know. I said, you're just about a grown man, dude. I said, what have I taught all you and all your brothers your whole life? You come to me, I know about it. You do it in your own house or backyard. That's one thing. I said, but why in the hell did you come home like this and make her wake me up? He looked at me. I said, I'm telling you right now, you're punished. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I go back in the room. She's looking at me like this. Really? I went, really? What? I just yelled at him. Yeah, you yelled at him for waking you up. All right. But to your point, it's true. He was like, yo, what do you mean? Just all
right. So I got to tell you my story of me. The first time I ever smoked. I didn't even know I was really smoking what I was smoking. So anyway, I'm at the Eagles game with Danny.
I may have to call bullshit on this, but go ahead.
No. Me, Danny.
Barlow.
Yeah, and Kaz. So we're at the game. So before we went to the game, we stopped at Farkle's house because he owed Danny money.
Good choice there.
No, hold on. So no, this is back in the day. So Farkles goes
when he
again.
was just a smaller drug addict.
Yes. So Danny goes against. Danny goes, hey, Farkles, you got my money? He's like, no. He goes, but I'll give you a couple joints to. He goes, you know, Danny. Danny talked to that high voice. He's like, yeah, all right, Ed, I'll take them. So we take them.
But you still owe me money.
Yes. So we, you know, they asked me if I wanted to smoke, and I didn't want any because I didn't really want it. So I smoked anyway. Bad choice. Bad choice. I'm at the Eagles game, and I said, yo, man, it's like right before halftime. I said, yo, you guys feel funny? They're like, nah. I said, dude, I'm seeing shit like I never seen before. I'm like seeing people running when they're not really running, you know, and I'm like, something's weird here. If there was a Sugar Smacks fucking box sitting there with a little cup, I would have saw the little frog hop out of it and jump in my beer. I'm telling you right now, that's how fucking weird it was. So anyway, we keep smoking. I'm like, maybe to go away. All right, smoking.
Smoke more, it'll go away.
All of a sudden, Danny grabs me. I didn't know it. I thought we were in the 700 level at the vet watching. We had season tickets for the Eagles. I thought I can fly down to my car. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, good boy.
Oh yeah, I thought I could.
Good boy.
No, he grabs me. He grabs me, pulls me down, and then we go sit in our seats again. And I saw a guy take the football off the stand when it really didn't happen. You know, to get ready to kick off, I said, somebody took the football. And this guy behind me goes, are you an asshole kid? He goes, nobody took the football. It's still on the tee. I went, Danny, take me home. Something's wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. So he takes me home and he goes,
I'm going to tell you now, you just forgot.
So, no, time out. So Danny calls Farkles on the way home.
He laced it. It was wet.
Really? It wasn't wet, but it was soaked when I got it. It was soaked when I got it.
Because I may call bullshit.
Oh, you're talking about back in the day. Yeah, I maybe
okay then,
a couple times, but
I'm just trying to say you were
all right.
Lisa's brother Tommy, but don't say that was your first time.
All right. Well, okay, it's your first time doing wet.
So listen,
doing soaked.
Yeah, doing ocean. So obviously, especially when they're seniors and got out of school, and some of them started working. Not that we ever had parties in my backyard with my 3 sons. So at one of those Dalton, did I tell you? Oh, because you might have been there, at least 3 of them.
I might have been.
When Dalton graduated, he had a party 6 days straight, every night of the week. Because one was because he graduated. The other one was because this guy's going to the Army. This one is because he's leaving for college in a week. Every night of the week. So anywho.
I might have went to party number 2. I don't know.
One of Austin's party.
They say step in number 1, don't step in number 2.
I think it was Austin's graduation party, maybe. The guys were in the back of the yard smoking pot. And they were some of my favorites. So I said, go back there and see what the boys are doing. They're passing food around. Somebody, who I'm standing next to, says, want to hit Cheetos? I was like, you know what? Celebration. Took a hit. Went around again. Took a hit. Went around again. I said, nah, I'm good, man. You guys know if I'm drinking beer, if I smoke too much pot, I'm going to throw up.
Oh, same here.
Right? Goes around again. This same person who handed it to me first time looks at me, Cheetos. Come on, we're partying. I said, all right. Took a third hit. It must have been pretty good stuff. And I had to go sit down on that couch for the next 2 hours of that party because my head was spinning.
Oh, dude.
And listen, I don't think they bought from good dealers. I think it was some shit too, but fucked me up. Tommy, her brother, real quick one. We had the house sit. Him and Faith went somewhere, and he had a big parrot. So Lisa and I had to go over there, feed it, check it twice a day. So the first day we're over there, and he's telling us what to do. You don't see him. Rolling him up. So he says, I got 2 for you. I was like, yeah. He says, you ain't smoking them. But Mom, why? Really? So he leaves the next morning, so he calls me. Yo, I hid them here. My man. So for whatever reason, I never smoked them. I didn't even look. She was over there more than me. So we come over there when he gets back. And he says, no, you didn't smoke them. I said, honestly, I forgot all about them. He says, Well, let me get them. We'll smoke them right now. Trying to break her stomach. I said, you liar. You smoked them. They're not here. Lee said, because I took them. I knew what you were doing, and I tore them up and threw them away.
What? What?
What?
That's fighting words in the Doberman family.
So listen. So not too much longer. Same year, he has to go somewhere else, right? We didn't have to house sit, but we were doing something for him. So he comes over, and he's telling her what she had to do or whatever. She goes out to the kitchen. He says, brings me one this time. He goes, smoke that what you eat around. I was like, so just so happened, end of the week, she went up for Thursday and Friday to go babysit Bree and the girl, for Bree. So I'm alone for 2 days. So I go out there on the patio. I said, let me smoke this joint. Now keep it in mind, I don't smoke.
No, not a lot.
A couple times, right? I'd rather do a gummy. So I go out back. Yo, you would have thought that I thought I was Tommy and Dalton. I said, what's that? Just smoked the whole joint. Thinking I ain't drinking. What can it do? Let me tell you something. I go in and sit down, put on one of my recordings that I watch, and I'm sitting there. 20 minutes go by and I'm like, 20 more minutes, I'm like, yeah. Another 10 minutes, I was like, I got these voices. I go throw up or I go to bed. Yeah, I went to bed. Slept till the next morning till she got home.
Hold on.
Dude, I was E.
Oh, so hold on.
This is a Tommy joint too, not bad product.
I got one more story. This is pretty good. So once again, it's a marijuana story.
Right.
So I just meet my wife.
These are stories we took off the internet.
Yes.
They're not really related to us.
Yes. But I just meet my wife. And, we're maybe together a week. And she goes, listen, I want you to meet my cousin. She lives out in Blackwood. She goes, because,
His name is Hector Escobar.
Yes. No, it was her. So anyway, I go out there. They call her Babes. So anyway, I go out there, right? And she goes, oh, I'm going to make this a nice dinner. And I said, hey, nice to meet you. She goes, hey, do you, she goes, before I put out the dinner, do you smoke? And I went, I will, yeah. I'll take a couple hits. Dude, I take a couple hits. I don't know what this thing was in there. Dude, I didn't make dinner. I went like this. I was sitting there at dinner. I was like this with my fork. I was like, I was trying to stick out my ears.
Yeah, we're not made for that shit.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, I discovered gummies since that Tommy joint expedition. Ain't bad. I'll eat a brownie in a minute.
But anyway.
I got comatose one night. Me and Lisa eating them.
Oh, yeah. I never had them, and I don't want to after what I heard. Some bad stories, so. Yeah, but anyway.
That was a nuts one, yeah.
But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Absolutely.
And this is our second show. Like I said, we're winging it. And I hope that everybody chimes in and gets on our site.
Give us a like or follow. We will be setting up soon.
Yes.
A web page or whatever you call it, a site to follow us, where you'll be able to leave comments. Hey, can you guys talk about this topic? Or leave us comments, tell us we're idiots, whatever. As long as you're watching this, we don't care what you say.
Yeah, we don't care. Look, you're not going to hurt our feelings.
So look for it. It's the same old shit podcast, S.O.S. We're going to try to do this, put out a show at least once a week. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you.
Peace out, peoples.